observation cards.
Yes, sir.
Unless you haven't said on. Alright, so they're a little different than the other ones. We tweaked it a little bit. Reason being is we wanted to provide obviously a little more space for you guys, right? But also number two, the fact that in the past, I don't feel like we've done a very good job of following it up on some of these. Part of that is, I think, it's just a lot of times it came in, we had obviously switch people around a couple times. And, obviously JD for a minute, and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of switching stuff around. Going forward, we're going to try and sanitize and try and keep up with it better. So obviously, I just want to kind of walk over it just so everybody's on the same page. Some of it's self-explanatory, right? Date, your name, location, observation type, whether it's safe or unsafe, or an unsafe condition. Like for instance, let's say you're on location, another rig there, wind gets too much and you lay down and the other rig's still going. That's an observation. You can say, hey, in my opinion, I think that's an unsafe condition that they're operating. The category, this one's a little harder to remember, so if you don't do it, it's not such a big deal, but that is talking about I don't want to say that, like the level, right? So let's say Robert's not wearing his gas monitor, and that's your observation. That's a PPE issue. He did not wear his proper PPE. If there's something wrong, let's say with like the rig, or like you were talking about, something like that, it could be administrative, it could be engineering, it all depends on the situation. So if you don't know exactly what to put, don't worry about that, okay? It's not such a big deal. We can fill that in later. The risk level, obviously, low, medium, or high. Description of observation. So obviously, some of them are gonna be kind of, I don't wanna say that. They're pretty simple, right? Like the other day, Carlos slowed down, that his windshield on the rigs, his operator's cab windshield is messed up. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. You don't really have to go in depth on it. But let's say there's some kind of safety issue. You see something unsafe or whatever, try to be more descriptive. Or try to get as much description into it as possible. The more we know on our end, better, especially if it's an internal issue, like if it's one of our own guys or something. If it's another company, obviously it's a little different, but try to get a little more description in on those. And then the immediate action taken, when we, let's say Oscar wasn't wearing his gas monitor. Hey, I his gas monitor, right? Pretty self-explanatory. For some of them, obviously, we can't put anything there at the windshield. There's nothing we can do by he's told us, but it's not like he can snap his fingers and fix the windshield right now. And then, like I said, the deal at the bottom, then you've got your action title, details, assigned to target date, status. The hierarchy of controls, whether we eliminated it, whether we substitute something in, whether it's an engineering, admin, PP, that falls into the same deal as the category. And then your signature. For us, though, one of the things that I put on there was the fact that follow-up required, yes or no, like whether we, for instance, like windshield. Hey, yeah, we're gonna follow up on it. And then we're gonna put on there who it's gonna go to. So if it's an issue, like, let's say it's a slip line thing, it's a swallow thing, it's gonna go to Joe. If it's a safety thing, like stay with me. If it's something like an administrative deal, we've got to, write a new policy or something like that, they'll either stay with me or David, stuff like that. And then that way, we kind of do a better job of following up on it. Now, once again, we talked about it, at least 1 week per crew. It's pretty simple, like I said, does not have to be bad. You can say, hey, Mason had all of his stuff on, he was wearing all his proper PPE. That can be your observation card. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just throw it out there. As far as the rest of everything goes, sounds like we're gonna be pretty slow the rest of the week, today and tomorrow. So with that being said, make sure that we're cleaning our rigs, make sure we've got everything organized, go through tools, everything like that, how it is. We all know what to do, I'm just saying. Just make sure we're staying productive. I know some of us are gonna have to get 24 finalized, so it's ready to roll out deadline on Monday. stuff like that, but just let's go through, make sure everything's cleaned up, make sure we're cleaning cabs, whatever, pickups too, if we need to clean pickups, we could to do that. But just stay obviously gainfully employed, don't just be sitting around. The other thing they wanted us to bring up, or me bring up, I guess is the way to say that, is ticketing. We need to make sure that we're turning tickets in the same day. No longer gonna get any opportunity. This is the final warning. If we don't turn them in on time, you can lose your bonus. So, just throwing it out there. That's what they're saying. So, I know like some of us do a great job, some of us don't, right? Like, you know, it is what it is, but we need to get better. That way in the mornings, they can come in, they can do ticketing right off the bat. They're not having to wait, it's, you know, sit around or whatever, or, you know, like the reporting stuff. Because I know they've been hammering us on the Civitas that I said in reporting, sending numbers to them and stuff like that. Well, we can't do that, you know, if we don't get the ticket until, you know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. So just know there's everybody, so it's not just one of us, it's just one of those deals, but that's what they want done, so. That was the word I was supposed to pass on, it's like, you will, if it continues, you could lose your bonus. That's part of, you know, that's part of your job task, finish that ticket, you know, it's leaving the job, so. Sounds like that, that SM Energy, sounds like that SM Energy job for the plugs or the gauges is gonna happen. That's not gonna happen till, I think they said 1st of May, something like that, or 11th or whatever. So that's coming up, just so you guys know. So they said 24 is gonna go out for Chevron. Change things a little bit there. Something else, but. So you gotta remember that. Anything else? Tim? I don't think so. Apparently today's.
Can you guys hear me? Hello? Uh-oh.
Hey, Bill.
Hey. I didn't know if they could hear me. We had that audit yesterday from Travelers here.
Yeah.
And those observation cards, that was a big thing he said was really positive from our perspective, or from their perspective that we were doing. We've had a real issue getting them kicked off here, but he was, I showed him a couple that we had.
Hey, Bill?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it kicked us off of it, so I had to get back on. So if you were saying anything, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just saying yesterday, the Travelers
on.
Insurance. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, hold on. For whatever reason, it's not transferring over to the TV like it usually does.
Oh, I don't even have my video on, just my speaker.
Why is it not working? All right, try it now.
Okay, I was just gonna say yesterday, we had Travelers come in and do a walkthrough inspection on the shop and some stuff like that. They were very pleased with a lot of the things we've done, from SOPs to the fact that we have all of our policies and that posted on the board. The one thing that he was really interested in was the observation cards. He wanted to know how that program was working. I explained to him that when we initially kicked it off, it seemed like it took off pretty well. But yet we had we still had some work to do on it, but he made a very positive comment. Also, we showed him, we do observation cards with our clients as well. And I showed him that, uh, you know, for the size of the company we are, we're still in like the top 10 companies that are putting in observation cards, and he was impressed with that. So I know it sounds sometimes like it's, uh, rhetoric, but in reality, both our clients down here and, uh, the insurance companies see a tremendous amount of value in those. So I would just encourage everybody to, pay attention, take a look at things. And if you see something that it can be a positive comment too. It doesn't have to be a negative comment all the time. It's just an observation. Like you see somebody doing something exceptionally smart, you can fill it out that way as well. So, but I just wanted to add that to your comments earlier. So that's about that.
Good. Anybody got any questions, concerns, thoughts? Alright. Easy peasy. Make sure you guys grab a donut. I tried to get kolache this morning, but I couldn't do it, so I didn't call ahead yesterday, apparently, so.
Bill did let you on.
But make sure you grab a donut on the way out. And get to it. If you
Thanks,
have an
everybody.
have one. Please. And if not, take one of those observations for next time.
What about? Same.